How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the JR Wisdom channel. And today I'm coming at you with another topic. Hopefully this topic will encourage you in some way, shape, or form, or give you some understanding, or just help you remain on the path of righteousness, guidance, whatever. And that is coming to terms with people who are no longer in your life or who are no longer present. That could be a loved one that has passed away. That could be a relationship. That could be children. Whatever have you. You guys can use this, or just take it into consideration. A lot of times we have attachments to people, and we develop these attachments based off a number of relationships, as I previously described. And once these people are no longer in our lives, we go over repeatedly, sometimes questioning. People go through the grieving process. People go through depression, and they wish that this person was still in their life, or maybe just wonder how things got to the way they are, or they're wanting reality to be other than what it is, and for that person to be in their lives, or saying, woulda, shoulda, couldas, and all of these things. At the end of the day, if there is something that you can do about it, then do it. If there's not anything you can do about it, then you just have to make peace with it. Time goes in one direction, it doesn't go backwards. Life goes in one direction, it doesn't go backwards. And it goes back to what I was saying about letting go of certain things, especially if you want greatness to come to you, or you want something great to happen to you, or hoping your situation to change, hoping that your situation will change, but you're holding on to this thing of the past. You have to look at it like this. Your life, and I say this a lot, my life is, to me, it's a movie. To some people, it may not be a movie, but I know my life is definitely a movie. The way the events have transpired. So, and just like a movie, you have a script, it's a play, it's whatever have you, where there are characters set up in the script. And that's how your life should be viewed. That's how you should view your life. These people were here, and we go into this whole thing about a reason or a season. And yes, that is true. You learn lessons, and that's what's to be taken from it, because you don't meet people by accident. Okay. But look at these people in your life, no matter what that relationship was. The role, just like in a movie or a play, the role that they were filling is now over. They've completed their role in the movie. It's just like in, the new Rocky movie, or is it Balboa? Apollo Creed, or Carl Weathers, the guy who plays Apollo Creed. He wanted Rocky, even though Apollo Creed died in, Rocky 4? Rocky 3, I can't remember. Apollo Creed died, but he wanted to come back for the Balboa movie. Sylvester Stallone was like, nah, you're dead. We're not bringing you back to life. We're not saying, oh, it was a joke that you died. No, it's the same thing with this movie, your life, the way it goes. You can't resurrect that character. It has to be that in the case of this life, this person has fulfilled their purpose. Now, if they happen to come back in, or be rewritten in whatever script, then so be it. You just have to take it as, you can't force that. You can't force anything. Some things, and you look back at life and you connect the dots. I know a lot of you guys, depending on how old you are, and it really doesn't matter. For a lot of you younger ones, you won't understand. But a lot of people who've had life experience, you look at some of the things that happen to you, and while it's happening to you, and maybe you're going through something right now, you're not able to look forward and see, a lot of times what the purpose is, unless you're someone who has, a lot of wisdom to understand certain things. But the purpose, the creator, what he does, he has the wisdom. He knows and you don't know. So you go through these things, and as years pass, maybe months or whatever, something that you were wanting so bad, or you were wondering, why did this happen, questioning why did this happen, then once you develop that wisdom, hindsight is 2020, and you connect all the dots that lead up, the causality of it all, of your life, that path, the curves, the hairpins, all of these turns, and you just connecting, and you're like, this is how I ended up this way. I'll give you guys an example, right? A lot of you guys know that I was in the military once upon a time. I was in the military for most of my adult life, right? And I ended up getting out because as far as the military goes, I don't think that there was too much more that I could learn. And I'm not saying that's the reason why, but I'm looking at it now. I was stuck in my ways. I was stuck in, this person I was, as far as me being a married man, me being in the military. And I was a family man. I had 3 children, but I hadn't really experienced a lot of emotions or really loss or, empathy, so to speak, or a spiritual awakening or coming close to the Creator and even know who I was emotionally and stuff like that. And like I said, most of my adult life, this happened. So there was 1 year where things just changed, and I basically ended up getting out of the military. And I moved clear across the country back home, which is funny how sometimes in life brings you back to your beginnings, which is weird. And basically, I started a new career. And with this career, and I had 3 kids. I had no plan. I've always wanted a daughter. I had no plans because my wife had her tubes tied, so we weren't going to have any more children, obviously, at that point. So I just made peace that I wasn't going to have a daughter at that point. So anyway, I relocate, and I get in contact with family that I've always wanted a relationship with. And a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about with this, where I'm going with this. But from there, and this goes back to me talking about humility, the video I did prior to this one, I had achieved success again, very successful, making a whole lot of money. I had become arrogant, but the way God saw fit, there was an issue that came up, and I decided to leave the job that I had to come back home and take care of my family because I was working overseas. Little did I know the sequence of events that were transpiring behind the scenes, and with me coming home led to another completely different change in my life, which basically ended up, as far as a spiritual awakening, between the military, the events that happened once I came back from overseas, the whole divorce process, meeting someone else, having a daughter, and then me looking back at all of these things and all of the knowledge and experience within the past 3 years. I would like to say the past 5 years, but really the past 3 years, over 3 years, the amount of information, knowledge, self-discovery, it is like been a bombardment of information, seeking the truth, seeking knowledge, basically coming to terms, mastering, the path of mastering my emotions, because a lot of things have been awoken within me that I had no clue about. And a lot of people have come and gone within this time. A lot of people have come and gone. There's people that you never think that you would really separate from, or that would never do certain things to you, that end up doing things to you. And you guys, it doesn't matter whose fault it is at the end of the day, because that's not important. What's important is where you're at right now, and the decision as far as going forward, and recognizing that nothing that occurs to you happens without purpose. Now, whether you're a believer or not, you believe in divine law, divine intervention, destiny, fate, karma, predisposition, decree, all of these things, whether you believe in it or not, just take a moment to reflect on things that have happened, the law of causality, things that have transpired in your life that have led you up to this point where you would never have thought at the time when they were happening that they would have led you up to that point. Maybe you're hanging with a different group of people. Maybe you're working in a different job that you never thought that you would be in. Maybe you lost 200 or 300 pounds. You know, maybe you're a vegan. Maybe you're living completely healthy. Maybe you're a runner. Maybe you fish now. Maybe you do something completely different is what I'm getting at. But what you need to realize is the circumstances and the people, the hardest part is accepting this decree. So what I want to depart with as far as this is, do not trouble yourself. Do not beat yourself up. Do not worry about someone who's exited from your life. Because as usual, if they were meant to be with you, then they would be with you. It's there for a purpose. As far as relationships that didn't work, it takes two. If you wanted to work on the relationship and they didn't, there's nothing you can really do about it. It takes two people. You know, one person just can't be doing it by themselves. So you can't sit back and beat yourself up and stress about these things. So I just want you guys to just know, just to let things go. Constantly remind yourself that you're not in control. You're only in control of yourself. And that's only to a certain extent, because you don't even control your own heartbeat at the end of the day. Or you can control your breath, but you really don't control your own heartbeat. So with that being said, I bid peace to all you guys. If you guys feel like this video has been a benefit, make sure you like, share it with somebody to be a benefit, subscribe. If you, quickest way to get in contact with me is to email me if you want to book anything or get any guidance or counseling, coaching, life, business, your purpose, anything like that. Feel free to contact me. The website will be up soon. Check out all the links in the description for all my merchandise. And remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. I appreciate you guys. Peace be upon you. The mercy and blessings of the Almighty. And I am out of here. Peace.